to T-Dubs. It's Twitch Tuesdays, now on Wednesdays, now on YouTube. I'm your host, Dylan. T-Dubs. It's Twitch Tuesdays. That's not here yet. I had to prop up the YouTube on the side. So I guess, it's just me here. I can talk about whatever I want. Wish Nat was here. This is a lot easier whenever it's just Nat. But yeah, guys, welcome to the show. I wanna sit here and I want to talk about how Nat is just now showing up. Welcome, Nat, to the show.
Oh, did you already go live? What the fuck?
We're never late.
I got it on time. I got it just before 6:01.
6? God. What it must be like to live in the past.
Your mic's really weird again.
Yeah, I thought it was weird.
What would you have done if I didn't show up for like 15 minutes?
I would have rolled. I would have kept on rolling. What do you mean?
All right, so welcome to T-Dubs, Twitch Tuesday, now on YouTube, now on Wednesday. Fucking nailed it. First time for everything.
Good job, man. You've been practicing that one, huh?
I have not been practicing. I want to be clear. I have not been practicing at all.
I equally believe that. I believe that you have not been practicing.
No. Because putting in maximum effort would be too much for the show.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got a show for you guys. As people pour in, we're going to be talking about our Oscar predictions. I have not calculated the scores yet.
No, I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see how they go.
Yeah. Pretty uneventful Oscars, I'd say. Pretty much went off without a hitch.
Whoa, we forgot about the big thing that happened at the end, where Coda won. Yeah. And it should have. So fun fact, over on the FN podcast, my other YouTube channel, where the much less successful YouTube channel, where I do movie reviews with a couple buddies of mine, and we reviewed Coda, and everybody except me universally agreed that it shouldn't be even nominated or be Best Picture. They were so far on the other spectrum of things. Now, here's a fun discussion that we didn't plan for, but something I was thinking about is how subjective Best Picture is every year. Right? I said, this year, I'll tell you, not a great year for cinema.
You think so? Okay.
I don't think so. I watched almost every single Best Picture nom. I think Coda unequivocally deserves to be nominated, and I do think it deserves to win, and it did. But it wasn't a strong year. A lot of these movies fell pretty middle in the lane for me. They're not that they're bad. Power Dog's bad. But that at best they were 6s, 7s in their heyday. Only really the top 3 or 4 land above that for me.
I both disagree and agree at the same time. I feel like it wasn't the strongest year, but it was certainly not the weakest year by far.
No, not the weakest, definitely not. But
I think I liked all of the nominees.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that I didn't dislike any of them, which I can't say for a lot of years.
Yeah,
I thought they ranged from pretty good to fucking amazing. I do see where your friends are coming from a little bit, because I don't have Coda that high on my personal ranking, which you would know if you watched last week's episode. I think it deserves to be nominated for sure, and I'm very happy it won. Don't get me wrong, very, very happy. And I feel like now that I'm thinking about it, I like the movie more than I initially gave it credit for. Mm-hmm. But also, I don't think it cracks the top 50% of Oscar winners for me, in my opinion. Again, art is subjective, but
right. Yeah. I see, and I'll grant I can see that opinion, right? Like, again, I really, really love that movie. I do. But if you said, does it even come close to me in arguments of Jojo Rabbit or Parasite, I'd be like, no, it's not the same tier. Do you say it comes close to me in maybe a handful of other years? Yeah, but I feel like JoJo and Parasite 2019 was a year where I absolutely loved what was on the table, right? I really, really enjoy Belfast, and I really, really enjoy Coda, and I really, really enjoy Dune, and everything else. I was just thought it was good to okay to bad, right? But just that's a huge drop off from the top three, right? You have three movies that you're like, okay, I would avidly defend this, both in my personal preference and non-biasedly as a critic. And I could see the arguments critically for the rest of the movies, but I just didn't care for them. But yeah, to say that Coda was like an amazing, standout, exceptional movie in the scheme of things, I think it'd be interesting. Like that's a whole series or something, ranking like Oscar Best Pictures, or better yet, ranking the years and feeling how they like land on power level, right? Because I feel like if we tier listed, it would have to be tier list. We'd have to have like S tier Oscar years, A tier Oscar years, which would be like an insane tier list for the record. That would take so much work and effort to look into.
Yeah, I looked into it. So I was planning on watching every single Best Picture nominee, and I did the math. If I watch one a week, it would take me over 11 years to watch all of them.
So many years, not including for every new year that comes up, which probably puts you still at 11, give or take.
Right, exactly. But so I have been thinking maybe I should just watch the Best Picture winners and just compare them all.
But it's so hard to gauge by Best Picture, though, right? Because like if you say Coda was definitive of like the whole year, then it's like improbable. Now I've realized that 2017 up, since I've started really like watching all the Best Picture noms, is going to be my educated point. So for like the next handful of years, will I have an opinion, and everything before then, I'm just loosey goosey in it.
Yeah, and you're right. A lot of it is very subjective, and especially with the Oscars, where it's so political, and it's not necessarily the best movie actually wins. It's more like who campaigned the hardest, who spent the most money on their campaign. Right. So there is that element. I still love the Oscars just because my coworker asked me why I love the Oscars, and I didn't really have a good answer at the time. But now that I'm thinking about it, I love the Oscars because it shines a light on movies that would not have otherwise be recognized. Like how many people would have watched Parasite if it didn't win Best Picture? Not that
we never would have. Most 97, probably 98% of people would never have watched Parasite in the United States if that movie never got nominated.
Right, exactly. So I do appreciate the Oscars for shining a light on that element, but yeah, I mean the Oscars have just been. So let's dig into it. What are your thoughts on this year's Oscars?
This year's Oscars, overall, for starters, I want to say shout out to my boys, the Oscars, for being on the same page with me on the technicals. Because when I was shilling for Dune all night long, and the times I didn't pick Dune, and I said I should have, which I have video proof of on the YouTube channel, and it won anyway. And I was like, what did I fucking say? So, that being said, Dune swept all the technicals as it should have. And aside from that, this year, I feel like this feels like an average year. Honestly, from my perspective, so I've got 5 years of experience now watching all these, which like most snobby movie fans are like, only 5 years of watching Best Picture. Shut the fuck up. Like, whatever. I still watch more movies than almost 90-something% of the population, so I don't want to hear it. Yeah. And plus, I watch a lot of bad movies, okay? So just you can watch your snob movies, but I know the plot to Cube and Hypercube, which is actually a sequel. Don't ask. But anyway, so for like the last 5 years, this feels relatively in the middle of the lane. It feels like there was like, again, a couple that I felt like very clearly floated to the top for me, both in quality and in my enjoyment of it. And then the rest of them, I could see the argument for them being technical feats or doing something to be nominated for Best Picture. But yeah, I mean, I would say this is probably like a B tier year. I think it's smack dab in the middle, which says that Coda is like a B tier Best Picture winner, but I still love it. Like,
yeah, no, I definitely agree with everything you said, especially when you said you just started following the Oscars since 2017, which is exactly the year that I did.
We always link up. We always do that.
Yeah, that was the year that Movie Pass came out, and I was like, I'm going to be a cinephile now. And that's the year I started watching the Schmodown as well. So we have that connection there. But also, yeah, I mean, we definitely watch way more movies than the average person. I watch plenty of bad movies because I have AMC A-list. So I go to the movies 3 times a week. And I'm so fucking embarrassed sometimes showing the person my ticket stub. I'm going to be even more embarrassed tomorrow when I see Morbius
Oh, you're watching that? Oh,
I'm gonna be watching it.
Some movies are worth not watching. That I'm convinced of that. Like,
I know, but it's like I feel like I'm losing money if I don't watch it, but also I'm wasting my time because what the fuck am I doing?
That for me is that's right there. I value my time more than the money spent on not watching it. That's that one.
Right. But yeah, so this Oscars, I agree that it was kind of B tier, middle of the road. In terms of the actual show itself, what the fuck, dude?
We've got to talk a little bit about like just a smidge about this little Will Smith Chris Rock thing, right? So
yeah, let's get into it.
I don't want to dive too deep into it because let's be honest, Twitter is fucking beat us to it 7,000 times over, and there's nothing that's going to be more straightforward other than my personal belief that both in the wrong. Move on. Most of us agree. Chris Rock made a joke that was in pretty poor taste, whereas Will Smith should never have gotten physical with him. I don't think that that's ever an okay thing. And if Will Smith isn't A, Will Smith, but B, also isn't pretty much guaranteed to win the Best Picture, I think he should have got taken. I think he should have been escorted out. It's our boy Danny, also in the show. Danny, we're talking about Chris Rock slap. And the Oscar stuff. But we're covering it very briefly because I don't want to beat this dead horse. I feel like I've heard it plenty. And I've strictly said they're both in the wrong. Honestly, if Will never says anything and like Chris Rock's joke just sits there, I think everybody universally just is like, that's in poor taste, Chris Rock. Like,
yeah, I agree with that. I feel like I definitely agree that they were both kind of in the wrong. Yeah. I think that poking fun at someone's physical appearance or something that they have no control over is very low hanging fruit. Like it doesn't take a lot of effort to make that joke, especially if it's a serious medical condition. Then yeah, that's in very poor taste. Even if he didn't know that she had that condition where she couldn't grow hair, I feel like that would still be in poor taste. But obviously, you don't get physical with someone. You don't go up and physically hurt someone, especially in that environment.
Not in a classy award show affair, right? Like because the Oscars, for all of its blunders in the last 5 years of trying to be either highly rated and entertaining or just missing the ball, is not the VMAs. You know, this isn't Kanye no more. This isn't this is not the ceremony for that kind of like hijinks. But Will Smith letting Will Smith have that, and with zero repercussions except for potentially afterwards this investigation, I think is flimsy. I think in this circumstance, I'm like, I don't care if it's Will Smith who set the precedence right away. That's not an acceptable behavior in any shape or form at this event, and you escort him out. And then you say, well, he won best, actor, but what are we going to do?
I think that's an interesting point because like if it was any other person who wasn't a big movie star, if it was like a nominee for best costume design,
they never make it to the stage, dude. They fucking get swept by it in a heartbeat. But then there's the argument: was it staged? Was it not? I don't think it was because I don't think that's the kind of
that was 100% real.
No one would have come out looking good in that situation.
Right, nobody comes out good. Oscars doesn't look good. Chris Rock doesn't look good for just the joke being made in general, which is annoying because it was made in rehearsal, and we already all know that. But now, so here's the thing I kind of want to talk about is, God, this is going to sound so TMZ on this channel, but how much influence does it feel like, and not that I'm shaming, and I only know as much as pop culture puts out, but how much influence do we put on Jada on this?
I mean, Will Smith did laugh at the joke before he looked over at his wife, rolling her eyes, and that's.
But I don't think it was like a ha-ha laugh. I think it was like, when you get caught.
I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. I'm mad.
I'm
geared up. Yeah.
Like to save face, but you're ready. You're like inside and kind of like pissed.
I came out of it looking good, says Jake.
Yeah, you always do.
Yeah. Jake, can you change your YouTube picture to your gender swap one, by the way? Because every time I see this picture now, I immediately think of Jackie, and I'm just like, man.
Yeah.
Where's Jacqueline at?
Jacqueline.
But what did they? I mean, I guess maybe it's been building up for a while.
Yeah,
but I don't know how. I mean, that joke wasn't even like. I mean, it's a G.I. Jane joke. It's anybody who's like barely under 20, under 30, are not going to know what that is.
No, right? I think I'm not worthy of the Jacqueline Avatar. Okay, that's fair, Jake. I'll grant you that. But yeah, I don't know, man.
It just came out like tasteless, kind of like.
Yeah, I think it's tasteless, right? It's in poor taste to let that slide on air and let it go. I think it should have just been handled better, and I think it's dumb for people to make it a race thing or a class thing or anything like that.
Yeah,
I think it's a mix of all the above. Like, I think you're the Oscars, and objectively, I don't feel like they don't do it because it's Will Smith. I think they do it because they know he's going to win. Like, as soon as I saw him not have any repercussions whatsoever for that, I was 100% convinced he won Best Actor. I was like, the only reason he doesn't get escorted out right now, regardless of being Will Smith, is because he's Best Actor and they need him around for his speech, which was also under talked about. This is the one thing I don't hear him talk about very often. A very strange speech considering his act of violence earlier that
it was a super strange speech. I'm so glad I watched it the way I did. I watched it at PJ Campbell's house, who you may know as Paul Denuzio's friend.
Yo, have you talked to him about other things recently while you were there?
No. We don't mix pleasure with business. Right?
Okay.
But so when we watched it, they kind of cut out the sound. And I thought they were censoring him saying, "Will Smith slap the shit out of me."
Right.
And then they kept censoring it, and there was no audio. I thought it was a bit the entire time when he's thrown the stage and slapped him. They're like, it didn't look real from that angle.
Right.
But then it got very serious. And I don't want to talk about this too much because I feel like everyone doesn't need an opinion. You know, we've already gotten our fill of opinions on this situation.
Yeah.
But what really sucks is that this year's Oscar is going to be defined by that moment. And it's going to take away so much from the people who have put in so much work and into their art and craft and won their awards. And that's going to be overshadowed by this ugly moment. And that sucks because up until that point, the highlight of the Oscars for me was Troy Kotsur winning.
Yes.
That was such a good moment.
And I liked, and then she signed his name.
Yes, them signing
him. That was so good.
You know what else?
From Minari.
Oh yeah,
the grandma.
Yeah,
the grandma in that movie.
No, I agree.
Put some respect in her name, Danny. Come on.
I don't know her name. I'm sorry. Grandma.
I like Grandma you. But no, I absolutely love Troy winning it. I love that this year should be known for Troy winning it. This should be known for the year for Coda winning it. Where, especially so for deaf culture, there's this huge bubble. And also, I want to point out how kind of frustrated I am that only when deaf people were winning the awards was there an interpreter in place for it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this could easily be somebody up there having an interpreter set up on all that stuff. Hey, Star Drew, how you doing?
My name is Nat.
That's funny, Nate. Anyway, so no, this right. If this happens on like the year Parasite wins, right? Then like how fucking much of a shame that is that it gets taken over by like Moonlight or something. Finally watched Coda a couple nights ago, loved it. I'm so glad you liked it, Jake. That movie has so much fucking heart. That the highs on it are the highest I had with any of the movies on Best Picture noms. I adore that movie.
Yeah, just watching the clips from it.
It's a good movie. Like I didn't understand why people are calling it Green Book and all that nonsense.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Green Book attachment is to it.
Because I guess it was they didn't think it was like a serious winner, which I didn't find at all. It had a heart. There was I liked the moment when he went silent in the theater.
Yeah. Glad that Color won Best Picture. I agree, Sir Drew. I couldn't be happier. The two movies I immediately was like deserve it, need it, and should win is Coda and Belfast. As you know, you were here last week. And then the movies I would have been happy with winning, other than those ones, I would have been happy with Dune at that point. I don't think it necessarily deserved it, debatably, for like the performances and all that. But there's something to be said that if it wins all these fucking technical feats and it cleans up every other Oscar, that it is objectively worthy of being the Best Picture winner.
It got all those technical achievement wins. It got nominated for Best Picture, but then Denis Villeneuve could not have gotten a Best Director nomination.
Right. I think if you're gonna fuck Denny over, you might as well just fuck Kenneth Branagh over for not like getting any love for Belfast either, and you just give the Best Picture nom to at least Denny. They gave it to Jane Campion for Power of the Dog. Get the fuck out of here. I was so mad when I saw that win.
I know you were. I was
I was-
pissed.
He's
gonna.
Dude, I hope you all knew. You all felt that. We got a DJ in the Oscars for the first time. Yeah. I was hot. I was hot.
What about? How did you feel? How half the show, like the main awards were done off.
I was just about to touch on that.
But the thing is,
the show
it made no sense because it did run just as long.
It ran longer, Danny. It ran longer than last
year.
It
ran longer, and then people and I knew the awards because I would look at Twitter every now and again, and I would see they announce it on Twitter, and then they would just have them come up and still accept it on stage, and that does not feel right. I honestly, I was surprised they even let them come on stage. I thought they were just straight up not airing any of it.
Yeah,
like they were like, "Here's the award. Here's on Twitter. You know it. We're gonna mail you your Oscar." But for them to still have them come on stage after it's already been announced, just took all the air out of it. That could not have that is about the worst way they could have handled that. If I'm being honest,
Hans Zimmer got his first Oscar win after. Let me finish.
First after
The Lion King. It's been since The Lion King that he's won his second Oscar, and we could have had that moment on TV. I mean, he wasn't there, granted, but that could have been a really special moment.
I think you would have if he knew that the award was going to be aired, though. Like, it's on Zimmer. I'm sure he would have cleared a schedule up. But Canadian and U.S. muted the show. Yeah, no. So that was the thing where whenever that moment, the Chris Rock moment and Will Smith moment was happening, it was muted the entire time, right? Like, throughout live. But immediately my wife's like, nah, that's something. And she's just like immediately found like somebody uploading a clip of the Australian ones that were uncensored. Yeah. And then I think like Mexico started showing it. And then, it got around to all of us. But yeah, man. I mean, altogether, I really enjoyed these Oscars. I think that 90% of them went to where they should have gone. I didn't feel like there was a lot of robbery or things like that. And the ones that, not necessarily even ones that I didn't pick, but like there were wins where I was like, I can concede that I'm happy with that. Like whenever Jessica Chastain won for Best Supporting over Judi Dench in Belfast, I was like,
I thought she was going to win that because I saw that movie and that was.
Yeah, no, Judi Dench was insane.
No,
Jessica Chastain in that. I didn't see it, so I have no opinion on it. But Jessica Chastain,
very good in it. She deserves the win.
Yeah, and she gave a lovely speech. I think she gave a speech that was like more meaningful than most people's.
I would have loved to see Kristen Stewart win, but she had no chance in that crowd. I think it was either Jessica Chastain or Penelope Cruz, which I wasn't happy with either. I think it was a very strong group of Best Actress.
Starter points out that she's still glad that or he's still glad that Will got his Oscar win. I'm fine with it. I still think he deserved the win, regardless of all of his influence of the night and how it's going to be remembered. But yeah,
and I feel bad for him too because it's been a long time coming and he had so many movies, but this is how we'll remember his first Oscar win.
I think if anything, he should be just as upset about the notion of his action because now he's not going to be remembered for winning Best Picture this year or for Best Actor this year. He's going to be remembered for slapping Will Smith, and that's more of a memorable feat. Yes, I know. Sorry, Drew. Objectively, I actually don't know. I meant to say they or them because that's my usual go-to with it. But
I mean, Drew's it could be a girl or guy's name.
Listen, we live in a world with Video Drew. Why wouldn't Star Drew also? You know what I mean?
That could be Video Drew herself. You don't know.
I truly don't know.
We never had you.
I truly do not know. So they and them is technically right. It was slip of the tongue to say she, but bro, I don't know. Fuck. Either way.
A nice moment that I like too. I also it was nice to see the Liza and Lady Gaga. That was a
Liza was pretty heartwarming. I love that Lady Gaga did a good job with like keeping her like in pace.
Very respectful. And making her feel like, because you could see she was having a little bit of
you could tell Liza
trouble. But it was nice to see her.
Drew, for the record, I love you either way, no matter what gender you are, because we're all inclusive here at T-Dubs. But yeah, Dune deserved it.
I also want to say, like, I really don't like the direction they're taking the Oscars, where they're trying to appeal to the popular masses instead of keeping it about the art. Fucking Zack Snyder fanboys.
That was the dumbest moment.
That's so weird.
I'm like, okay, Avengers Assemble, definitely. Spider-Man, the triple show up? Definitely. Does Flash into the Speedverse considering Ezra Miller's recent actions? Interesting pick. Interesting pick, but okay.
You gotta give them credit. This is the most well-organized cult on the internet that we've seen. They just rallied together and voted not only for Justice League, they voted for Army of the Dead.
And I
Yeah.
watched that.
No, that was something that was insane too. I was like, are you kidding me? They put Army of the Dead.
That was like the fan favorite vote.
How did you guys watch that? I meant to get around.
I
to
did.
How
It's
was
good.
it?
It's not like fucking
That.
best
Yeah.
Oscar fan
I didn't
favorite.
even know it was nominated as a favorite.
No, neither did I. That was news to me too.
And
I was
that's why
like,
they
who's
won,
favorite?
because we didn't vote.
Because
I didn't
they
believe it.
didn't tell people that they could vote, and the people who found out were like, tell all of our friends about Army of the Dead and tell
So all the
nobody.
Snyder Bros.
Yeah, exactly. All the Snyder Bros showed up in spades with that. But even Snyder Bros got a recognized game, and they know Avengers Assemble and Triple Spider-Man is the sickest moments, like fuck yeah moments in history. Anyway, I want to do this tally real quick and be done with the Oscars now, because we've got Moon Knight to talk about as well.
I didn't
Have
see
you
it
seen Moon
yet.
Knight?
I didn't. I just got home.
I didn't watch Moon Knight.
Okay.
This fucking time change is fucking me up. When would I have time to watch Moon Knight? I go to sleep before it airs. I go to work. I come back, and I have an hour before Twitch Wednesdays.
Man, that's wild. I have like 3 hours after I get off work because of the time zone I'm in. It's almost like it's actually more luxurious than the.
This sucks. I really want to watch Moon Knight. But yeah, let's get to it.
For the record, it's fine. The first episode's okay.
I heard it was Man Night.
Is it just one episode, or did
Just-
they upload two?
Nah, yeah, it's just one.
Okay.
I'll
watch it
Danny and Nat, no Moon Knight. Nuts. This is true.
We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, we'll get it next week. We'll try to cover episode 2 as well, but Nat may not have time for it.
I
but-
will definitely not have time to watch episode 2. For sure. There's no chance of that happening.
Yep.
Uh,
Let me see. Put up the Oscar one. I wanna see.
okay, so we got a live action short.
The Long
I
Goodbye
said
did
On
win,
My
didn't it?
You said On My Mind. I got the point for that. That's 1 point, Nat.
You know what? I'm so mad because I literally said in the beginning too. I'm like, The Long Goodbye sounds like a drama that would win based on the name, but I'm gonna pick On My Mind because I think it's more interesting.
Yeah. So I need you to keep track of the scores.
Oh yeah, I got us. So we got Dylan was right on the James Bond song. I know. I fucking knew I was gonna be right on that, and I definitely didn't pick it, from what I recall.
Wait, what did you say about the James Bond? Oh no, I picked it. I was right about that.
No, but I said that I was like, it's probably gonna win, but I'm.
That was the only song I thought could win. I didn't
Yeah.
really think the other ones.
I thought the Encanto song could have won because people might have confused it with "We Don't Talk About Bruno."
Yeah.
For-
I didn't know that was the song when they performed it. I was like, oh, that's the song.
I don't understand how they didn't air 8 awards, but they had time to play that remix of "We Don't Talk About Bruno."
Right?
It wasn't even
Megan Thee
nominated.
Stallion. Yeah.
The time management, man. Somebody needs to talk to the editor of the Oscars because that time management needs some work.
Yeah.
But all right, I got you. Nat 1, Dylan 0.
Okay, next up we got Best Documentary Short. I got the point with the Queen of Basketball.
Queen
Yeah, Queen of
That
Basketball
one.
did a good point on
Yep.
that. Yeah.
Okay. And next one we got animated short. We both got it wrong. I said Robin. Dylan said the Box Ballet, which is not the Box Ballet as we said in the last episode. Pronounced it wrong completely.
All right.
So no point there.
What did
Who
it?
was the winner?
Yeah. Was it Windshield Wiper?
It was Windshield Wiper. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so and then we're gonna start splitting here. Yep. Drive My Car.
International feature. We both got it right. That's a point for both of us.
We knew how those Oscars work. We're like, yeah,
Mhm.
Really would have liked to see Worst Person in the World win, but
That's
whatever.
when I knew that it wasn't going to win Best Picture. I was like,
Then we got documentary feature. We both said Flea. It was actually Summer of Soul.
Soul.
Summer of Soul.
That was the one that got to slap.
Yeah. Danny was like, that soundtrack was fire, bro. You should have listened to me.
I know.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
I didn't know Questlove was involved in it, or I would have chosen it. But
No, I
yeah.
had no idea. Whenever he went up on stage, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And we got best song. I got the point with No Time to Die.
And Dos Ogaritas, This is what I get for fucking picking Encanto.
Picking
I
Disney.
deserve this loss.
Did
Summer Soul
you
was
notice that they didn't even play the song from Belfast, Down the Joy? But
They
it's
did
probably
play-
because Van Morrison isn't
they did
vaccinated.
play that song.
Yeah. Summer Soul was good on Disney Plus.
Next up, we got Score, which Dune won. We both got the point for that.
Yep.
I'm just doing all these off of memory, so I might get some wrong. You get that correct.
No, Dune did win this, didn't Dune? I can tell you pretty much every category Dune was in. This is where I start making up points.
Yep. We got visual effects. We both got the point with Dune.
Yeah, quit picking Dune when you know I'm right, man.
Oh, speaking of,
and I fucked myself right here.
we got best sound. I said Dune. You said West Side Story like a fucking idiot.
And I said from the beginning too. You heard me say that night. This is going to be one where I'm going to pick it, and I know it's going to go the other way. And then the Corella one is what's going to fuck me later too. But yeah. So
yeah, don't worry. I also made the same mistake coming up, but also like, I can't believe you randomly decided to hop on the West Side Story wagon before you even watched the movie.
I know. I just, you know what? That movie got so much. I heard so much hype on that. I was like, it has to win something.
Have you
right?
seen it yet, by the way?
I still haven't seen it.
Have you seen Drive My Car?
Yeah, I did see Drive My Car.
What'd you think?
It's good.
It's good.
It's a long movie. But
It's long. It's too long. I'll
Does
talk
it
more
crack
about it.
the
here.
top three?
Huh?
Does it crack the top three?
Dune takes it out. Dune's third. I put Dune over it.
Okay. All right. That's fair. I could have seen that coming.
Yeah.
Next up, we got makeup and hairstyling. I got the point with the eyes of Tammy Faye. This is where Dune lets you down.
So yeah, my Dune picks hurt me on that one. For new.
Okay, this is where I got it wrong. For editing, I said Tick Tick Boom, which is wrong. I went with my heart. Don't said Dune. Got it right.
Stick to Dune. Always show for Dune. Always.
And then we got cinematography. Oh shit!
Boys are back down. Boys are back.
Dune really fucking cleaned up, man. That's
Dude,
great.
Dune did. I'm telling you. Like I knew I should have shielded harder. It was the fucking chat and the vibes I was getting. They talked me down from it, but I knew I should have just kept picking Dune because I know a winning horse when I see it.
Except for this next category, which was costume design.
And I should have trusted my heart on this one because I felt like Corella definitely was going to take this.
That was the only surefire one that I was like, oh yeah.
The whole movie was about costume
That's
design.
exactly what Corolla was.
I mean, I know, but
Next up, we got what is this? What's the category? Production design. I got Dune. You said West Side Story again. That's a
I
point.
think that's so crazy. I said West Side Story. I could have swore I only picked it once.
No, you. Yeah, that's. I didn't remember you picking it twice, but
I deserve this loss. I knew I should. You know what? This is my fault for ever listening to anybody else on movie opinions. I have the best movie opinions, and I knew I was right about Dune.
To be fair, West Side Story did have amazing production design.
Yeah,
but like Dune, I technically have to clean it up.
But it ain't Dune. It's Dune. It's Dune's here. And
then we got animated feature. You said Flea. I said Encanto. I believe Encanto won.
Yeah.
Did it?
It did.
Yep.
I couldn't remember.
It's Encanto.
But
it should have been Mitchell.
Mitchell, 100%.
Should have been Flea.
PJ Campbell agrees. We got what is
Coda.
this? Adapted screenplay. Coda. We both got the point for that.
Yep. Oof.
And original screenplay. Both got the point for Belfast.
Yeah, we did. I forget Belfast did actually win this one.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew it ended up winning something, but should have won more.
Yeah, we got best supporting actress. You said Judi Dench. I got Ariana DeBose, which was
and that one.
Oh, and that did get this one. Oh, good for you, man.
Yeah.
That was a
very. West Side Story fucking ruined all my picks. Every time I picked it, it burned me. But then the one time I didn't pick it here, I get burned.
Yeah, I didn't say it last week, but like this was a lock. I didn't want to give it away, but this was a lock. She won all the other awards. It was solid money. Next up, we got. Oh wow, you just turned your back on Coda here. But best supporting actor, I said Troy Kotzer, and you said Kieran Hines.
Yeah.
But wants
Troy to win. I didn't know that.
I hate being right and then convincing myself I'm wrong. I'm just getting madder on these.
What is that beating sound?
That's me probably hitting my mic because I'm so mad.
Oh, gotcha. Next up, we got best support.
Fuck,
best actor.
I had Jessica Chastain. I'm gonna take about like 9 points off your score though, because you had favorites also pulled up whenever you were making
You
picks.
could have done the same. We both have the internet.
Nah, I trust my heart.
But also, like, I didn't even need to look at the favorites to know that Jessica Chastain would have won. She was like everyone was saying she was the favorite.
Yeah.
And I almost went Penelope Cruz. Almost.
Yeah. Well,
I think
should have been case two.
Yeah, it should have been. Next up, we got Best Actor, Will Smith.
Slaps himself.
Slaps Ricky.
Yep.
And then Best Direct. Oh, you didn't say Jane Campion.
No, you know what? You can have this one because I don't want her to win. I would never vote for her to win on this movie. She's probably, maybe other movies, not this one.
I was gonna say like once Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, I was kind of hoping the Williams sisters would go on stage and beat up Jane Campion.
Yeah,
it would have been great.
I honestly, this is 2 snubs in a row. This is Kenneth Branagh snub, and this is also Denis Villeneuve snub for not even being nominated.
Yeah, the right person won though. Let's move on to Best Picture. Best Picture, Coda. We both said Coda, so that's where we're at. I'm pretty sure I won that.
Just by a little bit.
How much? Give it a score.
I had a total of 9 points. I actually thought I did better, but then I remembered that I talked myself out of winning scores at least 10 times. With that, with a grand score of 19.
That's
how many were there in total? Do you know?
I don't know. I didn't count. Probably like 23, 24.
23, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23.
Yeah. He got 19 out of 23.
Yeah.
So that
film was right, which could not be further from the truth.
Nope. I was right most of the time, and then I chose to be wrong the other part of the time. So.
And that's been our Oscar talk, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary friends.
Yes.
What else do we got to talk about? Because I didn't see Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was fine. That's what I'll say. It's good. Okay, I'll say this: Oscar Isaac is pretty good in it, and Ethan Hawke in it is pretty good in it.
That's what I've heard. That's been the consensus of not just the first episode, but like people who got to see the first 3 episodes.
Yeah,
are saying the same thing. So
they're both pretty good. So I'm intrigued.
I don't know anything about the comics, though.
Yeah, if you don't know about the comics, that's fine. They're doing a good job laying very transparent groundwork on how everything works.
I feel like I have already informed the chat of everything that happens in the comics already, Danny. If you would have bothered to listen, Moon Knight is basically like a Batman. Batman who has the ID. That's basically the premise.
I appreciate that you use the proper diagnosis for that. A lot of people would say multiple personality disorder, but it's not. It's actually DID, dissociative identity disorder.
Yep.
Although it may actually not be in full transparency, because typically speaking, DID statistically is supposed to have at least 12 alters as the norm. So if it is a DID case, it's a strange DID case, but that would make sense because it's a literal Egyptian god. So
Split was that movie.
Split had a healthy amount of alters, as it should have, because all typical studies show that usually an average of 12.
So what are your thoughts on shows and movies like this? Because I'm of 2 minds where I don't like when they kind of like use someone's serious disease to drive the plot forward in like that kind of way. But also like I love Split. I love Moon Knight. And I love some other shows that make use of this serious real world condition. What are your thoughts?
Danny, I'll let you lead on it.
I mean, as long as they're being respectful about it, and there's a point, it serves the point of the character, right? Because like I said, I don't read the comic, so I mean, I'm just assuming that it's not just like they didn't just kind of just throw it randomly in there, like let's just make him have DID. Because, but there's like a purpose behind it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I think if it's done purposely, tastefully, and almost educationally, I can get on board with it. Obviously, there's elements that aren't going to be full education-wise because this is a superhero show. So, not, we're not trying to encourage everybody. Mental illness equals superpowers. But
I guess it's not in a mocking matter.
Right. As long as they're not getting so much of it wrong, I'm fine with it. I think my only big problem with it is whenever it becomes a little too memey in mental health world, right? So this is like as a long going geek, but also a seasoned therapist. It's one of the things where you see people kind of obsess over like, oh, I wish I had dissociative identity disorder. Oh, I wish I'd, it's one of the weird things I've noticed that whenever you have a finger to the pulse on mental health as a pop culture, it often is more annoying than not. Like it's more problematic than anything. And sometimes they get it really right and they crush it and they deliver and they show it in a really realistic and healthy way, which I'm like on board with when they do it right. But the problem is they so rarely ever get it right that I'm like, So this one feels fine. Hearing hearing voices in his head objectively is more schizophrenia than anything. But it's superpowers at the end of the day, and fuck it. You know what? I'm turning my brain off to just enjoy the fact that I'm seeing Oscar Isaac fucking turn into a specter and beat ass.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they rarely get it right. Where a lot of times they kind of vilify the disorder. Like in Split, they kind of vilify it, and also I don't know if you've seen the voices starring Ryan Reynolds, but they kind of vilify schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And I really like that movie, but also I feel kind of guilty for liking it because it does like paint him as the villain for having something that's a debilitating disorder.
Smithy, I said beating ass, not eating ass. Although I don't think anybody disapproves of it on this podcast.
I've made it clear that I will eat ass on my own time on this podcast.
Only one time.
Think about that sentence. I don't know why I wasn't landing.
Did he say only one time?
I think he's only said it the one time, and I really wish we'd clipped it because I'm pretty sure we did.
Gone forever.
It's gone forever. And then Danny, your Tinder profile makes it look like that you would gladly let anybody use your face as a chair. So I'm just...
Hey, you got a Tinder profile?
Yeah. I
whenever in the group chat, whenever we're sharing it, yeah.
Yeah, I caught that in there. I had to scroll up, but then everybody was like,
eating. He had stuff
my profile was like,
toss this out. Yeah, boys, we know what it is. Listen, fucking, we ain't getting any younger, guys. If you at least try it. I'm not saying you have to love it. I'm saying, love what you love, dislike what you dislike, but as we get older, you gonna leave that off the checklist? For real? You're gonna be on your deathbed and all your grandkids and their children, and they're all gonna be like, "You think it's weird that Grandpa never ate ass?" You want to be that? Don't do that.
I don't know how we got into this topic.
I feel like we were talking about Moon Knight, despite only me watching it. So,
let's talk about more Marvel stuff because I feel like that's always a good conversation topic to have.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the upcoming slate of Marvel, specifically Marvel TV. I want you to rank your most excited to your least excited, and let's throw in Moon Knight in there because we've only had the first episode.
Sure.
So we have Moon Knight, we have Miss Marvel, and what else do we have?
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, yeah, that's right.
Marvel. And What If Season 2?
Is that this year?
Next year. Are we talking about this year only?
Let's talk about all of it.
Let's just talk about the upcoming slate. Yeah. Ironheart's in there as well.
I don't know when any of the other shows are coming out.
You want to include films in this as well?
Yeah, let's put up the whole. Do you have can you put is there like a list up that's just like all Marvel properties coming up?
I don't have a list, but I can pull up Wikipedia right now.
Yeah, pull up the wiki. Also, if I just suddenly drop out of the stream, that's because there is a very windy storm going on in Kentucky. And if you know anything about windy storms, it knocks the fuck out of our internet. So.
All right, so for films, you know what? I'm just gonna make a Google Doc. That'll be all right.
Just Google Doc.
All right, so you can see here on Wikipedia while I prepare the Google Doc.
Shang-Chi was good.
Yeah, I can't wait for this Eternals movie. I sure hope it's good.
Yeah.
No, Eternals is fine. It's fine. It's nothing spectacular, but it's fine.
All right. I'm gonna stop the share screen on this. And...
I wonder where we're gonna get a Thor: Love and Thunder trailer.
Dude, hell yeah, that's what I
It's
want
coming out in
to see.
July. This is the longest the closest we've had to a movie.
But-
Not even like a teaser or anything.
Right, yeah, but you know what? Let's let Doctor Strange get his moment. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
Like, he's notoriously got one of the worst movies in the universe, and this movie looks sick as fuck. So
All right.
I like that movie.
you might like it more than most, actually. Poor John Drew is in some intro segment in Morbius. Greg Alba just posted it. Oh no.
Oh, Morbius. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oof, oof, oof.
So we got Doctor Strange. Strange, whatever. Strange 2.
Yeah. Good
Thunder,
boy
Love
for
and
being
Thunder.
in there, though.
For
MCU.
Like that he pulls it up on his phone after he took the screen share off and he realized he couldn't just copy paste it over.
It's very hard. All right. Let's see. Films. All right. Okay, now we're cooking with oil. We got Thor: Love and Thunder.
good.
We've got Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Man.
We got the Marvels. Guardians 3.
Guardian Holiday Special at that too.
I got there. Ant-Man 3.
Quantumania.
Fantastic Four.
Yes.
And then television. We got Moon Knight. Marvel.
Miss Marvel.
That's Marvel. Okay.
My God.
One more time there, Nat.
Fat ass fingers.
Miss Marv. Marv.
Halloween special, which is Werewolf by Night, I believe.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Well, I didn't know that was the Halloween movie, but I don't know who that is.
Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Which James Gunn said is the best thing he's ever made in recent articles.
What?
Yeah, he was saying that Guardians of the Galaxy's Holiday Special is the best thing that he has ever made.
I don't know. I think Peacemaker is probably going to be way better than that.
I don't know.
That's the best intro. Dylan, did you even watch it yet?
Yeah, I watched the intro. The intro's good, but
Yeah.
On that
Eagles
show.
is cool.
All right, so this is our list. Okay, so what are we most excited for?
Number one, dude, I can tell you right now, Nat, I got us, buddy. I got us. You're gonna go ahead and want to put over Thor: Love and Thunder at number one.
Okay, interesting. I don't know. I think
I'm ecstatic about Doctor Strange after the most recent trailers. I'm so stoked.
I'm not gonna like physically rank them on the list because that's too much work. But we can just talk about it. I think Thor: Love and Thunder is probably in my top 3.
Yeah,
it's definitely in my top 3.
It's Taika directed. It's one objectively the sickest villain in Thor's arsenal.
Yeah, no, for sure, it is the sickest villain, way better than Loki.
Yeah,
but I don't know because my top 3. I'll just tell you right off the bat.
Sure.
My top 3 are Doctor Strange 2 because of the implications.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we got Ant-Man 2. Fuck.
Yeah. Ant-Man's in there too for the implications.
I'm gonna go Doctor Strange 2, Thor: Love and Thunder, and what was my other one? I'm gonna go Fantastic Four because that's directed by Mr. John Watts, who directed the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah,
So
that was good. That was a good one.
Yep.
I'm gonna say
movies first. We're talking about 3 movies and then the top 3 shows.
I'm talking
about cumulatively.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the poor shows. I wish they rated higher, but the movies are pretty nuts.
This tier list, do it. I don't feel like that would go over well.
No. I think we can do this. We could do S tier for top 3, A tier for the next.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right.
Yeah. We can break it down. How many is there? 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. So I say we 4, 8, 12. Yeah. Triple A tier, and it's every 3 movies, and except for.
And then PLD.
Yeah.
See.
1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 9, 12. PLD than ones that we felt totally washed on.
Mm-hmm.
So Doctor Strange, Thor: Love and Thunder are definitely in my top 3. Those go in AAA tier, probably on that.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, God damn it. I'm trying to make it bigger.
You're trying to do too much, Nat. You're trying to do too much. There you go. Okay. I think we all relatively agree that Doc Strange 2 and Thor: Love and Thunder are AAA tier.
And Fantastic Four.
I won't lie. I don't want to give it to Fantastic Four yet. The potential is so ripe. It is. But I just can't concede to say that I will want to give it a AAA expectation yet, because there's not been a Fantastic Four movie that's ever been good.
But there's also never been a Fantastic Four in the MCU.
Yes, I agree.
I trust the MCU more than I distrust the property Fantastic Four.
I do. And I agree with that sentiment. However...
Oh my gosh, you could do a Subway tier for the S tier.
Oh!
Yeah. But I feel like I like keeping it AAA. So
yeah, we're gonna keep AAA for right now because last I checked, Subway's still staying open in Russia, so we're not gonna promote good Subway Russian.
I went to Jersey Mike's the other day. They're pretty good.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Never. You just say
Jersey Mike's won our bracket. People would get even more pissed.
Jersey Mike's is really good.
It tastes better than Subway.
Shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
Danny, I would time you out right now if I could.
I can't. You're timed out for 5 seconds.
Yeah,
right,
5 seconds. 5 seconds. Oh my fucking god. The amount of hate that I oozed in that. Okay, so no. Yes, I see all the things working for Fantastic Four. I need to see a trailer and I need to see the movie first before I decide to take the AAA tier. But what is AAA tier is Secret Invasion. I'm gonna fight you all right now.
It's gonna be really fucking good.
Yes.
Amelia Clark in whatever role she's in. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
The potential scale for that movie is so crazy wide, and we're not even talking about it. In the comics, it is insane what they got away with and some of the things they could change and people who come back, people who have not been there the whole time and been Skrulls. No, that opens it. The implications on that, if we're talking implications, Secret Invasion has an insane.
Out of all the shows that were recently announced, that was my most excited one.
Yeah. No, I agree. That is very, very high up there. The only reason I think Strange and Thor are actually taking over on it is because I know that they're much sooner, and I have an idea of what they're going to be looking like. But yeah, I think Secret Invasion should be AAA.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's do this a different way. Let's go through them one by one, and then we all three of us vote on it instead of like just eliminating them.
Okay. But we're no contest that these other two are definitely at the top.
Yeah, these two are definitely in AAA.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then we've got Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Where do we want to put Black Panther: Wakanda Forever? See, I'm of two different minds of it. Like, I've seen people say that it has a good shot of being nominated for Best Picture next year since the first one was. But I don't think it has a shot because of all the controversy around it with Chadwick Boseman's death, and also the whole Letitia Wright thing.
Yeah,
I don't think this movie has a shot of being good. I really, really hope it's good. I hope they take it in a direction that doesn't end up with Letitia Wright as Black Panther. But I don't know, man.
Too much goodwill was left whenever Chadwick died. Letitia was being anti-vax and all that stuff happened. And this ignoring, if both those things didn't happen, this would be so easily at the top of my AAA. But because of that, because we know Chadwick's out, here's what I would say. If they do a trilogy, I think the third one has potential if they stick landing on the second. But the second I think it's lost so much hype behind it because of all the circumstances that this is probably a B or C tier in anticipation.
Danny, what do you think?
I'll be generous. I gotta give it a B. Okay. But a low side of B if we were doing the tier.
Mm-hmm.
Like borderline.
Borderline C? Yeah, I'm actually gonna go C. because it breaks my heart because I love Black Panther. I love it. I think it's in my top 5.
Yeah, I think it just dropped to 6 because of Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I think it's actually 6 for me too.
Right.
As I'm saying that.
Yeah, sorry, Harold. Letitia is anti-vax. There's a lot of her being difficult on set and not wanting to be
There's been talk of her like going around trying to convert all her castmates to being anti-vax as well.
Yeah,
which is just, if you're gonna be stupid, just keep contained to yourself.
Yeah, but trying to get people to subscribe to it that's a hard pass, which sucks because I really enjoyed Letitia in the first one too.
I really liked Letitia Wright. Like, she was great in Black Mirror. She's great in this.
Yeah, but she got way too vocal about that. And honestly, Disney, like if you're Disney and you let that leak, you're just like, shit, dude. We're tanking one of like the most beloved movies we've made. But yeah, I think it goes in the C tier. This is an anticipation scale, and I just
hopefully Kendrick can make an album. Right.
I hope to God that it comes back and it's like phenomenal. I really hope it does. I want nothing but this movie to be excellent. But yeah, I've got a low bar set for it right now, which may wink.
I was hoping no one caught that.
I got it. I saw it.
I took a screenshot.
Yeah. Nat, can you delete these off as we're going through them too?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so top
The
3.
Marvels.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get heat for this.
PLD.
C to PLD tier.
I have PLD.
Oh no!
I didn't even care about the first movie, so.
No, come on, guys, come on.
I love the concept. I do. I love those heroes. I love them, but something about the on-screen, I'm just not looking forward to it. It's one of the things I wish I was more looking forward to, but I'm just not super hot on it.
That was the one I have the least interest of.
I think it's incredibly difficult in concept anyway, because you have Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and I think Miss Marvel could come out being really super fun. But I think with Captain Marvel, she's so fucking powerful. It's like, what in the world are you going to put in to make this balance make sense? Like, I just don't know I don't know what to look forward in this right now.
You can look forward to Kamala Khan. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to her thing, but what's funny, I'm looking forward more to her show than the Marvels movie.
Well, yeah, I am too. But I think after her show, you both would be much more higher on this.
You're right. I probably will, but I'm grading it on how I feel right now, and I just am so about it right now. I won't lie.
Yeah, I definitely see where you come from. For me, I think this is the opposite of Black Panther, where I think the first one wasn't anything that special to write home about, but the second one has so much potential because they already set up this character, they've set up this world, they've established who Carol Danvers is as a character, because they spent like a lot of the first movie with her not remembering who she is, but now that she's actually defined as a character, she's been doing this for decades at this point. I think we have enough there to have a really good story with her, with Kamala Khan, with Maka Rambeau. I think the potential is there. I agree. I'm not as excited about this as the other projects, but I am very excited about it. So I am going to go B, which I'm going to get outvoted by because things don't PLD and don't C. So it's going to end up in C. But I just want to put it out there that I am very hyped for this.
You're on record for saying you're more hyped about this than me and Danny. We'll let the record reflect that whenever it becomes an argument later.
So do you want to put it over or under Black Panther?
I put it under.
Under.
Are you kidding me? It should be over.
Because he said it's borderline PLD. So.
Ryan, I am all about Kamala getting a chance.
I want to see the show. I'm going to see the show. I'm excited for this.
Dude, I'm stoked about the show because that has a focus that I can see right now. But I love Kamala as a character.
Let's go back to Doctor Strange and Thor.
I'm surprised Nat likes her because they start Jersey City.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, man. What do we want to put Doctor Strange and Thor relative to each other?
I actually think I put Thor over Doctor Strange.
Danny?
Yeah, we can do that. Thor over Doctor Strange. But the thing is, I don't know. I mean, I'm really excited for Doctor Strange, but I think Thor will wind up being the better
fucking movie. Elizabeth Olsen, come on, man.
Dude, listen.
I'm excited for Doctor Strange, but I don't know. I think that it might. I think Thor might become the better movie.
You know who you have to blame for this? I'll tell you who to blame for this, Nat. Taika Waititi. Because Thor Ragnarok
That's true.
is so fucking insanely good.
I rewatched all the MCU movies except for Shang-Chi and Spider-Man
Yeah.
because they came out recently. But God, Thor Ragnarok is so much better than I remember it being.
Dude, it's so insanely good. And knowing that he's got more to work with a crazy villain.
William Harrell brings up a really good point. Doctor Strange will have at least one Bruce Campbell appearance.
That's true. That's true. You know what? I hope we get several Bruce Campbell appearances. I hope we get him. Like, it's like the what's that movie with oh gosh, it's what's her face from Squid Game.
Oh, what's her
Michelle Yeoh.
She was in Squid Game.
She was in Squid Game?
She wasn't. But
I'm trying to think of the Korean actress.
No, she was the one in Shang-Chi.
Yeah. But
okay, first of all, Danny, it's pronounced Shang-Chi, right? I know you're half white, but just get it right.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi.
No, anyway, so there's a movie that's really similar that every time everybody sees it, they're like, man, this Doctor Strange sequel looks really weird. It's the one where she lives like all of her like past universe cells. I'm sure you guys have seen the trailer.
Everything all at once.
Yes, everything all at once. Yeah. I couldn't remember the name of that because it's a ridiculous name. But yeah.
I'm very sad it's not playing where I am yet.
It's not playing at my theater either, actually. But I'm very much looking forward to it. But anyway, we're off track. Yeah, so let's look back on this list. Guardians 3. I actually am really excited about this because Guardians always does a lot more for the Marvelverse than people give it credit for. Like the first one opened it up, the second one opened it up.
I give it an A.
I'm gonna give it a B.
Because I'm excited for the soundtracks.
See, the thing is, we're definitely gonna get Guardians in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
So that's also a notch for Thor: Love and Thunder. I will say, I've said it before in the past. I don't understand all this hate for Chris Pratt. I still enjoy Chris Pratt so much.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the entire cast. I love fucking Bradley Cooper as Rocket. I love Vin Diesel as Groot, even though he has 3 lines. 3 words, actually. Fucking Zoe Saldana as Gamora, awesome. And Batista. He makes everything he's in better.
Yeah.
It's such a killer cast, and James Gunn is returning, and we've seen James Gunn does not fucking miss, all right? Yes. He does not. He didn't miss with the Suicide Squad. He didn't miss with Peacemaker, which you gotta watch, Dylan. It's so fucking good, and I think you'll probably still hate it, but you gotta watch it anyway. Oh man, this is really hard. I think this is the perfect A movie, honestly. I think it's right in A.
Yeah, this is.
I even like Volume 2 a lot more than other people do.
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like I was
I enjoyed. I thought that was one of the better endings too.
Got Volume 3. I want John Cena in Guardians. Honestly, I would now for all my dislike of Peacemaker, I would love John Cena in Guardians though.
I've never even seen Peacemaker. Oh my god.
I know. I was extremely pissed from Ragnarok the first time because I came off as a rip off of Whedon's writing, but after many rewatches, I love it because it's multi-layered. Yeah, I mean I loved it right off the take, so I'm not on that aisle with you, but no, it is. That movie is so much more new. That movie is surprisingly nuanced the more you watch it. Like, there's something. I find something I enjoy about it a little bit more every time I watch it.
I honestly think Taika might be my favorite director. Like I'm thinking about it.
Taika needs a couple more movies, and I would say he's my favorite director. But he is one of my very easily in my top 5 right now.
Yeah,
I think he's solid in my top 3.
I think he's just short. I need 1 or 2 more movies.
That's what you used for that post for the coming of age director, right?
Yeah,
you picked him.
Yeah. That being said, if I had a coming of age movie about me, Taika Waititi, I would 100%.
He already did a coming of age story. It's called Boy, and not enough people have seen it because it's really really fucking good. Joseph Boros in the chat.
What's up, Boros? Yo, dude, we're ranking our anticipated Marvel projects coming up, buddy. That's what's up. But we need to get back to that.
Also, this isn't even everything because we're not including Blade. We're not including
Morbius.
This isn't everything, just something like everything that's clearly slated in the next couple of years that they've officially confirmed.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Ant-Man 3,
Ant-Man.
Quantumanium.
That's an A too.
A tier.
I would honestly, if we're not doing Fantastic Four in AAA, I would put Ant-Man in AAA. I think the implications of this fucking movie, it has Kang the Conqueror, which is the next big bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this has a really, really good shot at being the top tier Marvel that we've come to expect.
I agree, but because Ant-Man has never excelled thus far, I still want to hold it down today. I want to hold it. I think you're right. Having Kang in there after seeing what we could do with Loki is so ripe and insane with potential. But knowing that it's in the Ant-Man films, which has not been bad by any stretch of the means, but they just haven't excelled in ways that some other ones. I'm keeping my expectations very tempered.
They have been very firmly in the mid tier MCU. I agree.
Yes,
it's top, but I think this will be the best of the three. So let's say top.
I agree because they have so much more to work with, but I still think it gets locked in A tier at most.
All right, Danny, you're the tiebreaker. What do you think?
AAA.
I said an A.
I said A. All right, above or below Guardians?
Above.
All right, it goes above.
Okay, that's fair.
Ant-Man 3. Okay, next up we got Fantastic Four.
That's AAA.
That's an A for the reasons I pointed out earlier.
You already know how I feel about this fucking movie. Give me John Krasinski. Give me fucking the director of the Spider-Man movies, John Watts. It's solidly AAA for me.
Did they ever actually announce John Krasinski officially confirmed for Mr. Fantastic?
No, absolutely not. This is just a heavy rumor.
That's just been popular fan casting, right? Yeah. I was making sure.
And I honestly kind of doubt that he's gonna be Mr. Fantastic. But you know, I gotta give him.
He's doing his own directing thing right now. I think he's really enjoying Quiet Places and stuff like that. So
he has time. He has time to take out.
He has time. He could.
Okay, yeah. So it's going AAA, and I think it's safe to say it's going to be at the bottom of AAA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's where it goes.
We have to wait for the casting and that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next up, we got Moon Knight.
Danny.
Moon Knight, because I don't know anything about it, but it looks cool. It looks kind of creepy, but I'm gonna say a high B, low A. So B.
Yeah, I feel like people's expectations of this show are off because like people said if you're expecting Daredevil levels of brutality, you're gonna be disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of expecting Daredevil levels of brutality.
Yeah.
Just from some of the stills that we've seen of the guys on the ground with the blood behind them. I don't know. I really love Oscar Isaac. I really like Moon Knight as a character, but from the reviews that I've seen so far, not really selling me too much. Because are you just joining us? I haven't seen the first episode yet. Danny hasn't seen the first episode yet. Dylan has.
I have seen the first episode.
Yeah. I'm gonna go C tier.
Having seen the first episode and seeing how good Ethan Hawke and Oscar Isaac have been doing so far, I think there's a potential for it to bring it around by the end of the season. The show itself has just been fine. But I still think that puts it middle of the lane, which is right in B tier for me. So,
okay, Danny, what'd you say again?
I said it was going to be very low B, high C. Okay. So,
which way are you leaning? Because Dylan says B, I said C.
Mm-hmm. Tiebreaker. Top of C.
C.
Okay. For the record, I don't think anything is going to be PLD tier for me.
So we put Moon Knight over Black Panther.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Still think the Marvel should be higher, but whatever. We got Miss Marvel.
I'm very much looking forward to this.
I'm on board with that.
I'm actually going to go A on this one. I'm really looking forward to Miss Marvel.
The freaking trailer with the weekend. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's my heart.
It's so fun, and I love teen dramas, and I love it in the context of that. So like, let's rock. I think this is going to be. I think people are actually still underselling how fun this could be, or this series could be.
I'm really curious to see what they do with her powers, because this is not her powers in the comics. I
Right.
feel like they're doing this to differentiate herself with Mr. Fantastic whenever he shows up. But I like the way it looks. Like it's visually very interesting to me. So, hey Ben.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. You should be.
Yeah, we
You've
talked
missed
about a
so
lot of
much good
stuff.
content, Ben. So much. No, Ben, I'm just kidding. Hey, Ben, welcome.
Man.
Ben.
So yeah, I'm going A.
Yeah, A2. A2.
A.
A2.
Now, where do we want to put it in A? Because
Woo!
this is tough. This is tough.
As much as I love it, I don't put it over either of these still.
Yeah.
I think if it was a proven commodity, it could easily be at the top of A.
Yeah.
But seeing as I love Guardians and I love Kang the Conqueror, I can't in good conscience put it above these two. So it's going at the bottom for me.
Mm-hmm.
And next up, we got She-Hulk.
I'm solidly gonna say B about this. I think everything we're hearing, it has a sense of humor to it. It's supposed to be. I think on paper it looks like something more boring than it is, but I think this. I feel like I'm gonna get like weird Jessica Jones vibes from this, and
I like Jessica Jones.
I love Jessica. Season 1, rather.
Yes.
Not being such a dramatic, like it's not gonna be as dramatic and stuff like that, but I think it's gonna have like a dark sense of humor that I'm gonna really connect with for some reason. I just feel really confident about that. I'm gonna put it in B.
I don't know. This one's tough because there's no chance that Charlie Cox does not show up on the show.
Yeah.
And that alone gets me so fucking hyped because Daredevil is my boy. But I think that the actress, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on her name, Tatiana Maslany, I think.
Yeah.
She is so good in everything that she's in. I think she's the perfect choice for Jennifer Walters. I just feel like they've never properly done a Hulk property. And I know this is She-Hulk. This is different, but it's going to be hard. I don't know. I really like her in the comics. I wouldn't say it's my most anticipated show. I'm going to go high B's.
So I think, Danny, did we all agree B at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And isn't Echo going to be in there? And are they going to get like old? So Daredevil's definitely going to be there, right?
I would hope that they do. I hope that
they're going to bring back Kingpin for that one.
I hope that this feels like the show that starts bringing back in like all the Netflix series is a little bit in, right? Like it's the creep in show for like all the Hell's Kitchen crew.
Good. So there is an Echo show announced. It's not on the list, so I'm not going to include it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But not, she's going to be in She-Hulk too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if she'll be in She-Hulk right away, but we'll see. I think that, I mean, obviously Charlie Cox being in it is enough for me. So
yeah, I think we got to set our expectations fair because I thought there were going to be a lot more cameos in Falcon and Winter Soldier, and we didn't really get that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just set your expectations as far as cameo goes to like a minimum. Next up, we've got Werewolf by Night.
I won't lie, this is PLD tier for me.
I don't know what Werewolf by Night is.
It's directed by Michael Giacchino. Come on, man. This is Michael Giacchino.
I like his music. I don't know how he's going to be a director.
It's going to be such a goofy ass Halloween show, and I'm here for it.
Right. Which is not to say that I dislike it. I just think that it's like, I look at what's on here and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't care. Like if you said that this show got canceled, I'd put it this way. If this show got totally canceled out of the blue, I'd be like, okay.
That's fair. I think if anything has to go in PLD tier, it would be this because we're really on a curve. I'm still
I don't know what it is.
Very excited.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what Werewolf by Night is. Is that a villain?
It's a werewolf, and it's at night. That's
yeah, but I mean, who is he connected to? What is he a Blade character or Moon Knight? I don't know.
Oh no, he's uniquely his own thing. Like
okay.
Yeah. It's almost like Scooby-Doo, how like totally unrelated he is, to be honest.
It's Scooby-Doo. Okay.
Yeah, like it's Marvel Scooby-Doo is the best way I can describe it.
Next up, we got the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Yay.
James Gunn keeps really hyping this up and saying it's something unique and special, and it's one of the best things he's ever done. That being said, I'm still C tier about it. I don't know.
Oh,
I feel like once we see more stuff about it, I'll be more hyped. But
Yes.
as of right now, I don't know what this is. So.
No, I have no idea. I just know it's Guardians of the Galaxy and it's James Gunn, which traditionally says pretty good, but it's like of the two. Yeah, I'm just less interested in it because I don't know what the hell they're going to do.
Yeah, I mean,
if
I
it's
love.
even remotely comparable to Star Wars Holiday Special, this should be PLD tier. But because I'm giving James Gunn the benefit of a doubt, I'm going to say C.
I love Guardians. I love James Gunn, and I love the holidays. But I need to see something before I get hyped, so I'm gonna go see.
I would have said low B, C. So C works.
All right, we're putting it in C. Okay. Where do we want to put it in C? I would go bottom C. That's just me because I think the Marvel should be high.
I still think it's. No, I would have put it over Marvel.
I don't put it over the Marvels.
Marvels, yeah.
I think I do it. I actually think I do. Which I think.
What about Black Panther?
No.
No.
No, I would put it over Black Panther. All right, that's fair. I don't agree with it, but
it feels bad to put there.
We can still get a Kendrick Lamar album from Black Panther. That's
true.
We got Secret Invasions.
Dude, this one's so high. I wanted it in AAA, so as high as it could be is my argument.
AAA.
All right. Yeah, I'm getting outvoted here. I think it's very high A. I don't think it's AAA, but my vote doesn't matter. So we're gonna put it in AAA. Yes. Where do we want to put it in AAA? Because I would put it at the very bottom.
I want to put it right above Fantastic Four myself, but Danny, I leave it up to you. Above or below Fantastic Four?
Below.
Okay.
Because I'm still more excited for Fantastic Four more than.
This is, for the record, this is easily my most anticipated show. Like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, the possibilities are endless. Anyone could be a fucking Skrull. Amelia Clark, come on, give it to me. Next up, we got Ironheart. I started reading the comics right around the time that Riri Williams was introduced. So the character has a special place in my heart. I think that I really hope we know. I have more of an idea after Black Panther because she's gonna be in that.
Mm-hmm.
I would honestly go A because I love the character. I really hope it's good.
I'm 100% with you. Whenever I looked at all the shows that got announced and this was in there, I had already read the comics at that point, and I love the character that they presented to us. I think that talk about having a strong face to like the Black community right now in the superhero verse. Whenever Chadwick Boseman left, and I think having like Ironheart done right, like Riri Williams would be fucking good if it crushes the landing. Having like a female Iron Man, or a woman Iron Man with Black representation, being part of all this like Wakanda culture and stuff like that, dude, that could be such a sick linchpin that people are underrating. Yeah, I'm with you. I put it really heavy into A. I'm so looking forward to this. This is probably my number 2 most anticipated show, just because Secret Invasion has big world implications. But I think this one is going to come away being like truly one of my favorite.
Yeah, I think you and I are in the same boat. It's definitely my second most anticipated show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can't wait for this. Danny, what do you say?
I'm not familiar with. I haven't read Riri, but I'm still interested in it. So I would have said A too.
Okay. Where do we
knowing nothing about it, but I would have said A.
Where do we want to put it in A? Do we want to put it? Hang on, please. Cut and paste. Ant-Man 3, Guardians 3, and Miss Marvel. I go right above Miss Marvel.
Yeah, that's where I put it. I'm very low looking at Miss Marvel, but I think that Ironheart just could have much more heart. But Danny, I mean, we're gonna vote you out if you think otherwise. But does it go higher?
I defer to you.
Deferred. All right, so Ironheart right there. Yeah, that tracks for us.
All right, we got Armor Wars, which was announced so long ago.
Yeah.
I
don't even know. I'm confused. I don't know the difference between that and.
Armor Wars is supposed to be more like all the suits being used against each other and stuff like that. So there's like a civil.
So it's another Iron Man story.
Right. It's another
Iron Man story.
Yeah. Could be more of a roadie story, right?
A roadie story.
Well, C tier's got to get filled out somehow, boys. I don't know what to tell you.
Ah, man.
I need to see more because I think it could be right. But right now, with just the premise of like there's going to be suits against suits. I'm like, that action does kind of sound potentially. It could be sick or it could be really boring. I won't lie.
I do really need to see more because I love Don Cheadle in the role.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Iron Man lore, but yeah, I would go C tier. We got to fill out C tier.
Got to fill it out somewhere.
Danny.
Yeah, I would have said even PLD.
PLD, yeah, that's true because you're already so unsure about it to begin with.
What do we want to do? Where do we want to put it? The Marvels, Guardians, Holiday Special, Black Panther.
I feel like that C's getting a little bit too busy, so I hate to say, I think we got to dump it in PLD tier because I'd put. I don't know. I'd put the Marvels. I'd put Armor Wars over the Marvels, honestly.
If you knock the Marvels in the PLD tier,
Danny, break the tie, bro. What goes in PLD? The Marvels or Armor Wars?
Armor Wars, and I still think there's the Marvel. I mean, I think I'm still like the movies more than just
yeah.
All right, last up, we got the Untitled Wakanda show.
Guys, why are we pretending this is going anywhere but PLD tier right now? We know where this is going. We know where it's going.
I want so badly for this universe.
What's all on B tier? How's B tier sitting? Is it just She-Hulk?
She-Hulk.
Dude, She-Hulk deserves it. I think for all that reason.
Yeah.
Now, this is fair. I don't want to bump anything up into it because I'm like, no, She-Hulk feels uniquely more than C, but less than A. But I don't feel like anything else matches that anticipation. But yeah, anyway, we're calling the show, which could be excellent, but we know nothing about it. And right now, the Black Panther hype is at an all-time low, as we see with C. So if it's worse than this, we have no connection to it. Why would it be anything but PLD? Is my argument.
Oh, this is really tough because I really want the Black Panther world to be good, and Ryan Coogler's involved again.
Dude, I'm with you.
Fucking love Ryan Coogler, man. I don't have so much faith that they're gonna nail it with all these real world implications and obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go C at the bottom of C.
Oh, fit.
Yeah.
All right, but something's gonna drop. C's a little bit too busy. Do you want this over the Marvels? Nah, that's the question.
Yeah, fine, I'll put it in PLD. God damn it! Stop.
I want to love it. I want to love it. Ryan Coogler.
I didn't even know this was a show.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler, dude. Between Black Panther and Creed, I could not be more hype on him.
You know what? I'm gonna go above the Marvels.
Did I talk him up? Nat said, you know what? The Marvels actually ain't shit. Put it in PLD.
No, I did not say that. I think the Marvels should be much higher, and I think that PLD's tier should just be 2 movies. But that's just me. We can't have that. So
can't have it. This is how it landed. You know what? I'll second it. I think that I'd probably put the potential of a Wakanda show with Ryan Coogler over what I think is possible with the Marvels right now.
Okay, Danny doesn't get a vote. He's outvoted.
Danny, Danny, you're kicked for 5 seconds for no reason. That's what happened.
All right, the Marvels is unfortunately in PLD tier.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. That's our list. We got AAA, Thor: Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Fantastic Four, Secret Invasion. In A tier, we got Ant-Man, Quantumanium, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Ironheart, Miss Marvel. In B tier, we got She-Hulk. Just She-Hulk. That's it.
Just She-Hulk. That's it.
C tier, we got Moon Knight, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, and the Wakanda Show. In PLD tier, we got the Marvels, Armor Wars, and Werewolf by Night.
I think the funniest thing about this list is the huge distinction between how much we enjoy the concept of Ironheart, but are so unsold yet on Armor Wars. Like that is
that's weird. We're just basing that off of the characters from the comics,
right? That's our comic fandom coming over.
But yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty solid. What our expectations are. I will say I'm looking forward to all these. Like I fucking love what they're doing with the MCU.
Yeah.
And I will watch anything they put out.
Yeah, even PLD tier, I'll still watch. Like, make no mistake.
The PLD Marvel tier is still better than most shows.
I was about to say PLD Marvel tier is still probably better than most DC movies.
Mm-hmm.
DCEU, I'll say.
But the DC shows have been good.
Well, DC animated is a whole different ballpark, and for a long time, those guys were exceptional. Recently, they've been kind of dropping the ball with the Batman property stuff, in my opinion. But DC animated used to be the shit, dude. They used to be so good.
Are they not good anymore?
The Damien ones have been kind of
I haven't been sold for their Batman animated for a hot minute. It's been a notable decline.
That's too bad. That's too bad because their animated stuff has been just.
I know, which it makes me really upset because they started animating all these cool comic arcs and then just not doing a great job of it. I'll tell you where it started. It was the Killing Joke.
Killing Joke.
Yep. Me and Danny both knew right away. We were like, no.
I didn't bother watching that because I love the comics and I know what they did with the movie. So yeah, no, thank you.
Just skip the first half of it.
Skip the whole first half. The second half executes fine, but the first half.
It's the second half is just the same as the comic, but it ruined it. It took it away.
That was the start of it. But
I'm just gonna skip the entire movie. That's fine.
That's fair. But also, I'm excited that
Long Halloween was good. Long Halloween was good.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Long Halloween. Boom.
Yep.
Yeah. I have both of those downloaded, and I still need to go watch that. But I'm stoked you started reading Ironheart because I remember I was preaching Ironheart back in the day whenever the first slate at first got announced.
What are you talking about? I read Ironheart before I even met you. What do you mean?
No, you were saying before we covered something similar on this. We were just like naming the shows, and I felt like I was the only one piping on Ironheart at the time.
I don't think that's true. I definitely watched.
Dude, I would pull a record, but it was on Twitch, so we don't have a record.
We've never talked about Ironheart before. I swear.
No, so we talked about whenever the shows first got announced. This has been a couple years ago now. And the whole like it was like the first 6 shows, right?
Did we have Twitch even when that happened?
Yeah, we did. Like we've been doing the show for a minute, Danny.
Are you fucking gaslighting me right now?
I promise I'm not. I remember talking about Ironheart, and I remember thinking I was the only one in the room being hyped about it. And I remember you being like, it's not that you were against it. I think you were just like, you hadn't been sold on the other yet.
You meet with some other Asian guy? Is that what's going on?
I don't know any other Asian guys. It is you, Danny, my friend Mark. Okay, that's not true. I know plenty of Asian people. That's a lie. But I would never confuse one with the other. I am not Jake Yaki about it.
So this was announced back in 2020. December 2020.
Yeah.
I don't believe you because I definitely have read Ironheart before.
Dude, yeah, 2020. Which ones were announced next to it? Right? It was Ironheart. It was Secret Invasion. Like, what were the other shows that announced at the same time? Because
Armor Wars.
Armor Wars was in there as well. I'm gonna give a shit about that.
Armor Wars was announced. Yeah, it was announced December 2020.
Yeah, but they had a slate. Right, like it was Ironheart, this, and that.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was part of a slate.
Yeah, so what was the slate? What that
Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special? She-Hulk, maybe.
She-Hulk, Moon Knight was announced that time too.
Moon Knight was, yeah.
No. She-Hulk was announced earlier than that. Yeah, I don't know, but I know you for a fact you're lying because
I'm not. I swear I remember it this way, and my memory is really good about this.
Definitely knew about Riri Williams before this show was announced. I promise you.
I just don't think you were that hot on it, or maybe you weren't paying attention. But I just think
you're fucking gaslighting me.
I'm not Will Smith in your Oscar speech. I'm not gaslighting you, bro.
Anyway, that's been our show. My name is Nat. That's been Dylan. That's been Danny. We're gonna be rating Sasha Grey.
Yeah,
shout out to our girl Sasha. Let her know where you came from. You let her know. Call to action says hi.
Certain other people aren't streaming anymore.
She should us back.
We're gonna be rating with our one viewer. That's me.
Hey, no, we got a couple viewers. She's playing Elden Ring, the best game of 2020.
And that's been our show, YouTube. We're already over there on Twitch, but for our YouTube audience, we appreciate you. We love you. Join us whenever we're back.
Yeah.